welcome to my channel. Today we're diving deep into one of the most legendary American muscle cars of all time. The 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS. This isn't just another car. It's a symbol of raw power, bold design, and the golden era of American performance. The Chevelle SS is special for collectors and enthusiasts even today. Let's rewind the clock back to the late 1960s and early 1970s. The muscle car wars were in full swing. Dodge had the Charger and Challenger. Ford had the Mustang and Torino. Pontiac had the GTO. And Chevrolet wasn't going to sit quietly on the sidelines. Enter the Chevelle SS Chevys. Answer to the demand for a mid-size car with big-time performance. By 1970, Chevrolet had refined the Chevelle into one of the most respected names in the game, and the SS package elevated it to a whole new level. From the moment you see a 1970 Chevelle, you know it means business. The body lines are bold and muscular, with a wide stance that makes it look planted to the road. The dual headlights, the blacked-out grille with SS badging, and the optional racing stripes running across the hood and trunk made it unmistakable. It was a car designed to intimidate at stoplights and dominate on the drag strip. But what truly made the Chevelle as legendary was what lay under the hood. The 1970 model year offered one of the most powerful engines of the muscle car era, 454 cubic inch V8, available in two versions. The LS5 pumped out an impressive 360 horsepower, while the LS6, the crown jewel, was rated at a jaw-dropping 450 horsepower and 500 pounds FT of torque. At the time, this was the highest horsepower rating ever offered in a factory muscle car. With that kind of power, the Chevelle SS 454 LS6 could rocket down the quarter mile in about 13 seconds, which was absolutely mind-blowing for the early 1970s. The transmission options gave drivers plenty of control over how they wanted to experience this beast. You could choose a heavy-duty 4-speed manual for pure driver engagement, or a 3-speed turbo hydromatic automatic for smoother cruising. Either way, the Chevelles delivered heart-pounding acceleration and a soundtrack of deep, throaty exhaust notes that turned heads everywhere it went. Inside, the 1970 Chevelle SS offered a mix of comfort and sportiness. Bucket seats, a center console, and a simple but functional dashboard gave it a performance-focused interior. While it wasn't overloaded with luxury, it had everything you needed to feel connected to the driving experience. For many owners, the Chevelles wasn't just transportation, it was freedom, excitement, and a statement of individuality. The 1970 Chevelle's Steffers represented the peak of the muscle car movement, a time before stricter emissions laws, rising insurance premiums, and fuel shortages began to chip away at the power wars. It was the ultimate expression of Chevrolet's engineering, might, and their ability to deliver performance cars that thrilled drivers and terrified competitors.
As we continue exploring the 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS, it's important to recognize just how much of a cultural impact this car had. In its time, it was more than just a machine. It was a statement of power, pride, and personality. The muscle car craze was all about freedom and the open road, and the Chevelle SS embodied that spirit perfectly. The LS6 version of the Chevelle SS became the ultimate bragging, right in the streets and on the drag strip. Very few cars of that era could even come close to challenging it. Ford's Cobra Jet Mustangs and Mopar's 426 Hemi-powered machines were fierce competitors. But the Chevelle SS with its 454 LS6 engine was in a league of its own. The performance numbers spoke for themselves, and the intimidation factor was unmatched. Pulling up next to one at a stoplight meant you were about to test your nerves as much as your horsepower. Chevrolet also gave buyers plenty of ways to personalize their Chevelle SS. Options like cowl induction hoods, which forced cool air into the engine when you floored the accelerator, weren't just practical. They added to the car's aggressive look and mystique. Rally wheels, wide tires, and those iconic racing stripes helped complete the package. You could order it as a coupe or even a convertible, meaning you could enjoy the wind in your hair while unleashing all that V8 fury. What's incredible is how the 1970 Chevelle SS has aged. Decades later, it's still one of the most sought-after and respected muscle cars in the collector market. Original LS6 models with documentation can fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars at auctions, and even replicas or restored versions are treasured by enthusiasts. Its legacy has only grown stronger as time has passed, and it's become a symbol of a bygone era where horsepower ruled the streets. Beyond the performance and the looks, the Chevelle SS also represents a time when American automakers were pushing boundaries without fear. Safety regulations and emissions controls hadn't yet tamed the industry, so engineers had the freedom to build cars that prioritized raw excitement over practicality. The 1970 Chevelle SS was unapologetically bold, and that's exactly why it continues to be celebrated today. For many car enthusiasts, owning or even the way the car squats down when you launch it, all of it, creates an experience that modern cars, no matter how advanced, can't quite replicate. The 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS is more than just another classic. It's the very definition of the muscle car golden era. It combines style, performance, and presence in a way few cars ever have. Whether you're a lifelong Chevy fan, a muscle car enthusiast, or just someone who appreciates automotive history, the Chevelle SS will always stand tall as one of the greatest cars ever built. So when we talk about legends, when we talk about cars that defined an era, the 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS is right there at the top of the list. It's not just a car, it's the muscle car.